Hey, welcome. We're going to talk about the conservation of mechanical energy today. Now, what we mean by mechanical energy is all the potential and kinetic energy in a system. And by system, what we mean is a group of objects that are affecting one another. Okay, and so just in a minute we're going to go over to the barn over there and throw a ball in the air. Simple thing. So the system that we'll be working with is me and a ball. For the sake of simplicity, this yellow line is going to be our reference point. Notice how that's where the ball takes off and where I catch the ball again. So when the ball takes off here at our reference point, since the height is 0, the gravitational potential energy is 0. Then the ball reaches its apex, and when it reaches its apex it stops. So that means the kinetic energy is 0. At that point we've reached a height of 2.5 meters above our reference point. We'll use that later. Then we reach the bottom again, at which point the gravitational potential energy is 0 joules again. So here's what's happening to our energy. We start at a height of 0, and so we have no gravitational potential energy, only kinetic energy. But then as the ball goes upward toward the apex, that kinetic energy that the ball started with transforms into gravitational potential energy. Then the ball falls, and that gravitational potential energy gets transformed into kinetic energy again, until it reaches the bottom, at which point it has all kinetic energy and no gravitational potential energy anymore. So when we do the calculations for energy using mgh from gravitational potential energy and half mv squared for kinetic energy, what we get is about 5 joules. The ball is about 200 grams, something like that. And so we get 5 joules of energy at the very bottom before it has any gravitational potential energy, and 5 joules at the very top when it has no kinetic energy. Right in the middle, that means here where it stops, it's split half and half. We're halfway to the top, and so now we have 2.5 joules of gravitational potential energy that has been gained since the bottom, and 2.5 joules of kinetic energy is left. So the law of conservation of energy says that no matter where you look in the path of the ball, it will always have 5 joules of mechanical energy. What changes is how much of it is kinetic and how much of it is potential.